guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Haley, Life of Haley. Hello, much love. I appreciate you coming on and watching. Today's videos, we're just going to talk about something like pretty heavy because most people don't talk about it, and then when we do talk about it, people are like sad, which it's a sad topic, as you can tell by the title. So I just wanted to go over some things of how you can help a friend or a family member or your spouse going through a miscarriage. Is anything you say is not gonna fix it. They may be tired of hearing sorry. Just let them know they're loved. It is not their fault. They didn't make this happen. Sometimes the body just rejects pregnancies, unfortunately, and anything they did, it wasn't their fault. And just literally let them lean on you and just comfort them and love them and give them all the love and support, and even maybe not even say anything, but just let them know you're there for them. Just say, hey, I am here if you need a vent. Send them goodies if you're able to. You could send it through Amazon if they're far away. You just put in their address and ship any goodies. Just things like that. Like, just let them know they're loved and thought about, because it's really, you're gonna grieve probably that pregnancy and that miscarriage. So just let them, it's okay if they don't reach out after a while, or if you feel like you're putting in all the effort, just, they're still grieving, and grief isn't linear, or healing isn't linear. And so just give them grace. You can ask them to go places with you, like, oh, let's get out, let's go get coffee, let's go bowling, like, but they may not even want that. You can ask to come over with snacks and just watch a movie, or while they nap and you watch the movie, like, just be in their presence, just love them. If their love language isn't being around people and it's being alone, then just offer like support. Ask them if they want you to come over or they want to come over, and if they say no, like, just respect that. Just let them know wholeheartedly that they're not alone. If they feel alone, like, you're there, you can support them, you can love them. You know that their words won't make them feel like, you can't take away the pain, but at least they know that they're loved and cared for. So, however you love in your own way, and however they receive love is a great way to give them love, whether it's words or their favorite chocolate, flowers, like anything. Just give them grace and love them with your whole heart. So yeah, how I dealt with my miscarriage. Well, or how do you deal with a miscarriage? It's really hard emotionally, and if your person, your significant other, your boyfriend, your husband, whoever, is not crying or emotional about it, or is like not attached, just remember, men in general don't have that closeness with pregnancies until usually after the baby's born. When I had my miscarriage in 2016, my boyfriend, he was sad for me. And that makes it sound so bad, but he didn't have like a connection. I was very early. I basically said, hey, I'm pregnant, and like a week later I'm at the fair miscarrying, smiling for a button, and I miscarried at the fair to the point where I was like doubled over and I couldn't walk. It was very painful to walk. He almost had to carry me to the car, and then we went to the ER. But anyways, he wasn't like emotionally connected because, first of all, I was so early. He didn't see an ultrasound, just all the things. So like, give yourself grace to be, if you're angry at them for that, that's totally okay. That's okay to be angry. I was very hurt that he wasn't hurt, but we have to remember that our emotions are not other people's emotions, and our feelings are not other people's feelings. So but with our son, the minute he heard the heartbeat, because we have a son, he's almost 2, the minute he heard the heartbeat and seen the ultrasound, like, I was like 7 weeks when he heard the heartbeat at first. instant emotion, instant connection. A lot of men don't even have that connection until the baby's born, because you're not in the pregnancy, like you're not carrying the baby. So just give like yourself grace and your partner grace if they're not having the same feelings as you. It's okay to grieve the pregnancy no matter how early you were. Like, please don't discredit yourself because you were only 5 weeks, you're only 6 weeks, you're only 7 weeks. A miscarriage is a miscarriage regardless of when it happened. So it's okay to grieve. It's really hard. I didn't think I would cry talking about this. I literally wanted to come on here and talk about miscarriages because 1 in 4 women have one, and people feel so freaking alone during them, after them. And then people are sitting there in your face like, when are you having a baby? When are you having another baby? Like, you don't know what happened on why they're either not having kids, why they're not having multiple kids. Like, some women, or, you know, some people just don't even want kids. They don't want to bring life into this world, and you sitting there like, when are you having kids? When are you having kids? When are you having kids? You know how many times I've heard that? So in 2016, I had a miscarriage, and it took me till 2020 in January to get pregnant again. Like, that's a long time to get, like, you know, and it took me 3 years before my miscarriage to get pregnant. And it's taken me 2 years so far. And stop asking people who are having like babies, or who want to get pregnant, or just people in general that are like, like society thinks we're supposed to have kids. Stop asking them when they're having kids. It's absolutely a mind fuck. I almost cried, sorry. I would have had my baby in 2017 in May. They would have been 5 in May. Fuck. I didn't know I was gonna like be emotional or cry, but on your heart it still sits with you. Like, were you a boy? Were you a girl? Like, all the things we could have, like, we would have had a 5-year-old. Like, that's crazy. I can imagine like a 5 and a 2-year-old. Like, wow. Like, and then the thing is, with my miscarriage, I got pregnant, and then a week later, at 6 weeks, I lost it. So like, I didn't announce it to anyone that I was pregnant, and I kind of just like, at one point I yelled at my dad. He didn't even do anything, but something happened, and I was like hella emotional, and I was like, I had a miscarriage, and like I walked out, and he was like, what the fuck? Like, no one knew at all except my mom and my boyfriend. And then like, I started telling friends because they could tell something's like wrong. Like, I always felt in my life, my purpose, that I was to be a mom. And so when that was taken from me, like, and then I didn't talk about it, it was so hard. So like, I want you guys, if you had a miscarriage, like, talk about your feelings, whether it's to a camera, to your phone, in a notes app, to a friend, to your mom, to your cat. Like, talk about those feelings and how you feel. And honestly, those feelings aren't gonna go away, because obviously I'm fucking emotional, and I didn't expect to be emotional. I literally came on here to be like, this is how I coped. Like, let me give you some information and see if like I could help you. And I'm sitting here crying. So obviously I'm not over it. So that's cool. It was really hard because I didn't tell anyone. I noticed when I got pregnant with my son that I immediately told Facebook. After I told my parents, I told Facebook, because that's where my family is, that I was pregnant. And if I was going to have a miscarriage, they're going to know too. Because I'm not doing this alone. It's so fucking lonely. And everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like, and just, I know those sorries can't change how you feel, but at least you're less alone with that burden. Like, you can't say it or like talk about it, you know? Whenever you go through a miscarriage, go see a doctor. If you find out you're pregnant and you start bleeding, call your doctor, go to the doctor. I had to go to the ER or urgent care. I'm gonna say some pretty, maybe it's not explicit, but like, it could be trauma triggering to you. So I apologize, this might be triggering. We went to the doctors. They basically did a vaginal ultrasound while I'm bleeding. I'm miscarrying, and they're doing a vaginal ultrasound, and it doesn't look good. You could tell on the person's face. The ultrasound tech can't say anything to me because she's not the doctor, and all of this stuff. So we're in urgent care after I get that, and I clean up, and we're downstairs, and they're waiting in like our room. And the nurse to me says, a younger nurse, in fact, she's probably like 26 at the time. She says, at least you're young. Because in 2016, I met Michael at 19, 20, 21, 20. So I was 22. So she was like, at least you're young. You can have more kids. You can keep trying. First, and if you want it, if I hate you, I say that to anyone. Do not, if you watch this, just to what not to say to someone who had a miscarriage, don't say, at least you're young. You could keep trying. No, I should have reported that nurse. Because that's absolutely unacceptable. The older lady that came in after her she was a blessing. I was a mess. I was crying. Because it's heartbreaking. And if you didn't cry, some people don't get attached immediately when they're pregnant. And if you didn't cry or you're relieved, your feelings are valid. Because obviously you weren't wanting to be pregnant. It was like a surprise. And like, it's okay to be relieved if you had a miscarriage, because obviously if you had a kid, you don't want to resent your kid because you accidentally got pregnant. So like, all feelings are valid. If you had a miscarriage yourself and you were relieved and like stressed, like, wow, I didn't know how I was gonna do this, like, I'm sad, but like, wow, like, that's okay. Like, you don't have to be like sobbing, and like, you're still valid in how you feel. And I just want people to know that. I just want people to know that it's okay to feel how you feel regardless of what the situation was. And I just want to, like, how I coped. I didn't talk about it until after, so I struggled, like I said, but I really leaned into my boyfriend. He's such a good support system. He just let me cry. He still lets me cry, but sometimes I cry about what our kid would be, and he just still loves me and supports me and hugs me and things like that. So just really lean into your support system. If you need help, like mentally, if you're like getting depressed because of it, like, please seek help. Like, seriously, talking about it, writing about it, start doing the things you love. Like, I know when we're all like in a depressive like episode because of something, we stop taking care of ourselves, we stop like eating, we stop doing the things we loved. Keep doing those things, please. Like, if you love bowling and that was your passion, go bowling even if you're sad. If you love the movie theaters, go to the movie theaters. If you love going to the park, going on hikes, or going camping, like, go do the things that you love and be within yourself and the things that you enjoy, regardless of your pain or your sadness. Because if you stop doing those things, you're just gonna be stuck in a rut, and you're not gonna know how to get yourself out. Like, take that shower, eat that food, drink that water. Like, do everything that you would normally do on a day-to-day, even if it hurts. It will help you feel okay. And honestly, let yourself feel it. Like, be sad. If you have to be sad for a week, like, lay in bed, can't do anything. First of all, miscarriages are painful. They feel like birth, and then you're bleeding like birth, and it's just awful. So take that time, call out of work. Like, while you're in a miscarriage and you're miscarrying, like, please take time for yourself. Take time for you. Call out of work. Like, you got to take care of you, because that shit is painful. I quit a job because of how they treated me after a miscarriage. And I went in there and I sat on the floor and I thought I could do it. And I held them and I cried. So I was like, okay, maybe I can't be in the infant, room. Because I was just sobbing while I'm holding them, and they're just loving, like, hugging me. I went into the toddler room and all the babies came up to me. They're probably like 1 year old, and I just started getting flashbacks of what would be, and I lost it. I was like, I gotta go. She then told me to suck it up because the person in the other room just had a miscarriage also, but she's at work and she can do it. Okay, please do not let these jobs guilt trip you that you should be at work because of someone else. I quit that job. I never went back. Because you're not about to talk to me like that, and you're not about to treat me like that. Like, you can find someone else. I don't care if Sally next door can go through a miscarriage and be around all the kids happy. No, I cannot. You want the parents to see me just crying, just sobbing while I'm taking care of their kids? Like, I'll take care of them, but no. So I quit. I was like, I can't do this. Like, absolutely not. So all in all, I hope this video made any sense. I tend to just ramble, and I hope it does make sense, but take care of yourself. Leave your job if you have to. Like, take time off your job, but when you're ready, after that week of crying and wallowing, like, you need to take a shower, you need to do all those things to get back to you, and then slowly, not all at once, like, slowly incorporate everyday life back into your life. And you can still be grieving for months. I still will think of May, and I will just sob because that's when they were supposed to be born. So it's really hard. Regardless, it's been almost it's been 5 years now, Well, 2016 is when I had it. 2017 is when they would be born. So it's like 6 years of just, Also, I really hate when providers do this, but if you get pregnant again, even if you have an abortion, providers, every time you go to the doctors for a checkup, when you're again pregnant and you go to the doctors, every time you go, they'll ask you what pregnancy this is. So you will literally have to relive your abortion or your miscarriage every fucking time. It is awful. They'll ask you every time. They'll literally be like, so what pregnancy is this? And then you'll say, like me, I was like, oh, it's number 2. Like, leave it at that. And they're like, oh, do you have another one at home? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh. And I was like, I had a miscarriage. Like, why are we talking about this? Like, does it matter? Like, I know they have to know how many pregnancies because your body, but like, chill. I do not need to relive my life. That was a very hard time, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you. Thank you for subscribing and supporting. Much love, and I hope you guys have a great day.